Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Cars 2. Not the movie, it's a diecast update, and here's your host, Groovy Road Meter. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you're so kind. Thank you. So, hello YouTube viewers, Groovy Road Meter here, with the only show where I will show some new Cars 2 diecasts. And in this one, I will also show some cars and planes from the new Take Flight collection. So, let's get started, shall we? Our first car is Officer Murakami. And here's Officer Murakami. So, Officer Murakami is one of the cars from the movie Cars 2. He was seen in the airport scene, where Finn met Mater for the first time. And he was at the boot, making sure that cars won't get past the booth without the right stuff. So, let's have a look at him. So, he has that thing. I don't know what it's called. I think it's a badge. And he has this siren, which is plastic. And these mirrors are also plastic, a bendable plastic. And on the back, he has the number 65, but no license plate. The 65 is not his license plate. And he has another badge, and on the other side, same badge that was on the other side, and here he is on the front, and he's a pretty big car. So that's all I have to say for Officer Murakami. Alright, and now let's bring out the next car. And that car is Don Kremlin. Come on out, Don Kremlin. Alright, so now let's get started with Don Kremlin. So, Don Kremlin was one of the lemons in the movie Cars 2. And the lemons are the bad guys in Cars 2. I'm not exactly sure where exactly he's seen, but he is one of the lemons. So, let's get started on his 360. He looks a lot like J. Kirby Gremlin, except he has a black stripe, and J. Kirby Gremlin has a yellow stripe. On the back, his license plate says wrecked. And then he has this roof rack on top, which I think is plastic. And his tires are also purple. And so that's all I have to say about Don Kremlin. And our next car tonight is Miguel Camino with metallic finish. Alright, so here is Miguel Camino with metallic finish. So, Miguel Camino is one of the 11 racers in the World Grand Prix. He is from Spain and is number 5, and he has the colors of the Spanish flag. So let's get started on the 360. So he has that pattern that's on his hood that is on the Spanish flag, and on his side you can see, yes, the number 5, and World Grand Prix with All in All. And then he has a red spoiler, which should have been black, and I don't know why it's red, but it should have been black. And then on the other side, you see another 5 World Grand Prix and All in All. And he has a lot of great decorations. And now let's compare him to regular Miguel Camino, who is right there in the audience. So, Miguel Camino, regular Miguel Camino, come on out. Alright, so as you can see, they have the same facial expression, and on the back, they are also the same thing. And then you look at the other side, same as well. So pretty much they are the same thing, except one has a metallic finish. So let's hear it for Miguel Camino with metallic finish. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention, there are other silver racers that you can collect only at Toys R Us. There's a McQueen, there is a Jeff Gorvet, a Nigel Gearsley, and I've heard of a Francesco and a Raul, but I haven't seen them yet. So anyway, we have finished on the Cars 2 toys. Whoa, look out! Wait, what's wrong, Finn? Whoa, what was that? Hey, is that Professor Z, Grem, and Acer on top of Flo's V8 Cafe? Ah, they spotted us! Run! 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 Don't worry, Groovy. I will take care of them. Alright. So, anyway, as I was saying, we have finished with all the Cars 2 toys. And now, we are moving on to the cars from the Take Flight collection. Now, the Take Flight collection also has some planes. So, let me give some detail about the Take Flight collection. So, the Take Flight collection is a collection of the cars and planes from the Cars Toon shorts, Air Mater and Moon Mater. So, yeah. And to start off, we will have Autonaut Mater. Alright, so here is Autonaut Mater. So he's from the Cars Toon short, Moon Mater. In that short, an astronaut got stuck on the moon, so they needed a tow truck to come and tow him back to Earth. And eventually they found Mater, and Mater rides a rocket, whose name is Roger, to the moon, and tows him back at 17,000 miles an hour. So, let's start the 360. So, he has a Nazca logo here, and here is another logo, and then on the back he has some rockets, which is what he uses to fly back to Earth. But he still has his tow hook, of course, and he has these rockets here. There's one on the other side, and this, I am guessing, is an oxygen mask. Oh, and then there's the American flag here. So, and then his space helmet, and for some reason the space helmets on humans, they also go above the mouths, but on these cars they don't go above the mouths. The helmets go around the whole face, but this one, it only goes around his eyes, and there's no oxygen in the air, and cars use their engines and mouths to breathe, so maybe the helmets should have went above the whole cab. Well, anyway, that's what I have for Autonaut Mater. And our next car tonight is Autonaut McQueen. Ka-chow. So, Autonaut McQueen, he was in Moon Mater. He started appearing in the short after when Mater was towing the astronaut back to Earth. He was flying faster than 17,000 miles an hour, and then he was burning himself while breaking through gravity back into the atmosphere. And then he crashed into the ocean, all burnt. But then Mater and the astronaut landed safely on the water with a floating device, and then he got lightning out of the water. So that's this story. And in this short, he was voiced by Keith Ferguson, not Owen Wilson, who voiced him in the movies. So let's start on the 360. So, Autonaut McQueen, he has those two rockets, which seem kind of smaller than Mater's. Or maybe they're actually the same size. He also has NASCAR, the American flag, and another circle. So, and then in the back, he just has those two stickers. And here we have some more stuff, and I don't see an oxygen mask that Mater has, so how is he gonna breathe? Well, anyway, that is... Oh, and I forgot one thing. He has the same base as the World Grand Prix Lightning McQueen from Cars 2. So, that is Autonaut Lightning McQueen. Alright, and now our next guest is the NASCAR truck. So, the NASCAR truck was seen near the beginning of Moon Mater, where he asked, "Where on earth are we gonna get a tow?" And then Roger answered the question when he noticed Mater and said, "Well, that guy's got a tow." So yeah, and I don't know the actor who said that. Oh, and speaking of actors, I forgot to mention that Mater is voiced by Larry the Cable Guy, who is the famous comedian. So let's have a look on him. He has ground support on his cab, and a NASCAR sticker here, but really it's painted. And then on the back, he has a license plate, which is a NASCAR license plate, which reads T0711, and there is a space between the T and the 0. So then you look on his other side, which is the same as the other side. Then on the front, yeah. And he looks very similar to Miles and Dustin Mellows. All of these three cars are the same car, but not the same face expression. They are the same models. So that's the NASCAR truck. And our next car, who is actually a plane, is Stup. So Stup is a Sonic jet, along with Marco, who in the Cars movie, he flew over Los Angeles Speedway, along with Marco and another jet who was not given a name. And I think he was also seen in Moon Mater on a boat that was seen nearby when McQueen crashed into the ocean. So let's have a look at him. Here he is, the front, where you can't see his eyes, probably because they are behind the helmet. And then, if you look on this side, you will see this, and then he has a tail which says 415 PI on both sides, and then he has these stars on both wings, and then underneath he has some missiles, and then the jets on the back, and pretty much that's Stup. And then I would like to compare him to Marco. So Marco, come on out here. So on the left is Stup, and on the right is Marco. So Marco was given the shiny type of paint, while Stup has more of that non-shiny paint. I don't know what to call it. I think it might be called dull. And also, they have different types of helmets, which I think you should be able to see. Here we go. Here we are closer together. And they both have the stars on their wings, but then Stup has a different number. He has PI 510, while Stup is 415. And that's pretty much all that's different. They have the same missiles, and they think they have the same jets. So overall, they're not so different. So that's Stup. And then our next guest tonight is another plane called the Falcon Hawk. So this Falcon Hawk is Falcon Hawk number 1, the leader hawk of the group of airplanes called the Falcon Hawks. The Falcon Hawks has 4 planes, and in Air Mater they were practicing for their air show on the day when the Mater came to Prop Wash Junction. But then one of the Hawks, the Black Hawk, has sprained his wing, so they had to find a replacement. And fortunately they did. It was Mater. So Mater joined the Falcon Hawks. And Lightning was also in the show. He saved Mater from crashing right after Mater's plane equipment was falling apart, and pretty much that was the short. So let's have a look at him. There's Falcon Hawks over here and here as well. He has number 1 on his tail, on both sides of the tail, and he has the 3 primary colors, which are blue, yellow, and red. Over here he has some lines. I would have to get a closer look at it. It's just 2 lines, and then underneath those 2 lines is a Falcon Hawk logo, which is on both sides, and I think he has the same model as the Sonic Jets, Stup and Marco. The only difference in the models is that the Sonic Jets have some missiles and the Falcon Hawks don't. So that's the Falcon Hawk. Alright, and now our next guest is the rescue chopper. So the rescue chopper was not in Moon Mater or Air Mater. He was actually in Rescue Squad Mater as the plane in the rescue squad that came to rescue the burning building. And I think he's the only car from the Take Flight collection that is not from Moon Mater or Air Mater. So let's have a 360. On his side he has Rescue Squad Chopper on the white part, and on the red Rescue Squad Chopper RSC-01, and I think on the tail is RSC-01. And on the other side he has the same thing, except for that propeller on his tail. And then he has that yellow arrow which says, I would have to get a closer look. They say rescue, and they're pointing the same direction. They're both pointing toward the tail. So, and he also has this gimmick where you can unfold his propellers so that he looks more like a helicopter. But sometimes it's kind of hard to get it correctly. And there we go. Here it is. And this can turn. And it's not loose, but this one is loose. But since it's small, it's kind of hard to turn properly. So that is the Rescue Squad Chopper. And those are all the cars that I have. So let's welcome all of them back onto the stage. We have Officer Murakami, Don Kremlin, Miguel Camino with metallic finish, the Nazca truck, Autonaut Mater, Autonaut Mater McQueen, Falcon Hawk, Stup, the Sonic Jet, and the Rescue Squad Chopper. So, those are our guests tonight. I am Groovy Road Meter, and this has been Cars 2, Not the Movie, a diecast update. Have a good night, and I will see you next time.